Hi, this is Elsie Kearns, and today I have the pleasure of interviewing Lauren Walker. She is a certified Eden energy medicine practitioner and just recently published her book, Energy Medicine Yoga, with a foreword by Donna Eden. So I'm really excited to have Lauren here because she's going to be in New Jersey, in Princeton, June 13th and 14th. And I want to understand a little bit more about how she's combined these two dynamic modalities. So Lauren, take it away and tell us how all this came about with energy medicine yoga.
Well, thank you, Elsie. I really appreciate being here, and I'm really excited to come to Princeton and share this work. I just did a weekend workshop in Milwaukee, and it was just amazing. People really love this work, whether they have a yoga background or they have an energy medicine background. Weaving these two things together really increases the benefits of both of them, which is sort of how I stumbled upon this for myself. So I had been teaching yoga for many years. I owned my own studio, and I was really steeped in the yoga tradition, and I'd studied with many different teachers, master teachers. And then through a series of serendipitous events, so let's say, I left my studio. I actually left the country and moved up to Canada. And just before I left, I had a student that had been to see Donna in Colorado. And she came back, and we had a little going away party in the kitchen, and all the girls were there, and she said, I just saw this amazing teacher. I want to show you this 5-minute routine, which Donna teaches to all of her classes. So we're in the kitchen, and she's teaching us all the thump and how to cross, and I just thought, wow, that's amazing. What a cool thing that is. And then I moved up to Canada and very quickly met a man who had had basically a near-death experience and was ill for about 7 years. And he said the only thing that kept him alive was doing the techniques that he had learned from Donna's book. So this was 2 different people, 2 different countries within a month telling me how amazing this woman was. So I really took notice of that. And as soon as I could, I took a workshop with Donna at Omega, where I'll actually be teaching this month coming up as well. And she blew my mind. She is just absolutely, and I still to this day, I tell my students, if you get a chance to study with Donna Eden, run, don't walk. She is the single most amazing, powerful, heart-centered, generous, life-changing teacher that you will ever meet. And that's what happened to me. She changed my life. So I took that weekend workshop and then immediately signed up for a week-long retreat in Costa Rica, and basically just dove in and started studying all of her works and using all of her techniques. And although I wasn't teaching yoga at this time, I was still obviously practicing, and I started to use her techniques within my own practice, adding things little by little and just noticing the results that they had and how they seemed to really seamlessly combine with the yoga practice. And then flash forward a few more years, and one of my yoga teachers said, you need to start teaching again. And so I sort of took my time diving back into that water, but I eventually did. And I started teaching at Norwich University, which is the oldest private military college in the country, and not perhaps where you would think that a yoga teacher would land. And true, it was different than any yoga I had ever taught before. The demographic was completely different from your average yoga studio. Here were men and women that were preparing to go and fight or keep peace in all of these arenas all over the world, and they were training to go into the Air Force, Army, Navy, Marines. And their lives at university was incredibly stressed as well, because they had all of this other military training going on at the same time that they were taking full academic loads. So I started to show up as a teacher in a completely different way. And I wanted to give them as many tools as I could to keep their stress levels down, to be able to optimize what they were learning, to be able to optimize their energy levels while they were, I mean, some of them were getting 3 or 4 hours of sleep a night and doing crazy, crazy things physically and intellectually. And the results that these kids were getting and coming back and expressing to me were mind-blowing to me. This was beyond what my regular students were getting from a yoga practice. So I really knew that I had something there. And I finally, years went by, and I finally had decided to sign up for the certification program with Donna at Inner Source. And as soon as I took that program, I really started to coalesce my teaching and systematize it in a way, put it down on paper, wrote it down, wrote a book, and showed it to Donna. I'm that kind of a person. I'm a wood element. So I didn't write the outline. I just wrote the book and I showed it to her, and she said, "This is great. This needs to get out there in the world." And it did. Now it is.
Well, Lauren, we know that Donna encourages everyone to get her work out there, teach it. And you've actually combined Eden Energy Medicine with Tantric Yoga. So can you just tell me a little bit more about those two combinations? Because I'm not sure how to describe Tantra Yoga.
Sure. Well, and Tantra has a very strange reputation in the Western world. Basically, Tantra means to weave. It means more than the sum of its parts. And so it pulls together, and it's an energetically based practice. So it's working on transformation through energy, whereas many yoga practices work on transformation by working on the mind. And Tantra works on the energetic level. And it also allows everything to be available, all tools to be available to you. So there's nothing that's verboten in the Tantra practice. And there's things like gemology and astrology, Vedic astrology, which is in the Indian tradition, and aromatherapy, just Ayurveda, which is the medicinal arm of yoga. So all of these things are woven together to be able to let a human reach their full potential. And so Donna has actually made a Tantra of her own with energy medicine, because she also has borrowed from and increased the power of all of these different traditions. So she brings elements of traditional Chinese medicine in with the meridians and the radiant circuits and the 5 elements. And she brings things from the Hindu or Indian tradition with the chakras and the aura. And so she brings all of these different traditions together and has essentially created a Tantra with energy medicine. And so I thought it was so interesting that I basically had 2 tantric teachers and wove them together and then created a 3rd Tantra, which is what energy medicine yoga is.
That sounds perfect. Wow. I know that Donna's excited about this, and I want to just let everybody know that we're going to have Lauren presenting the weekend of June 13th and 14th right here in Princeton, New Jersey at the Forestoral Village. And I'm going to put below the link on how to get registered for that class. You could do one day or both day. There are also some special tickets for students. And if you would like to purchase Lauren's book, you can get that through Sounds True, Amazon, Barnes & Noble, and you can go on her website at www.emyoga.net. So, Lauren, what final words would you say? Because it sounds as though you're having incredible results with this wonderful combination. And we all love Donna, but this is really a fabulous combination that you've put together.
Well, I guess what I would say, and Donna would, I think, second this as well, is that these practices are really intuitive and really simple. And so the underlying work is quite complex, and if you dive into that, you can really go down the rabbit hole and kind of blow your circuits. And if you're an intellectual person and you love to know the theory and all that, it's amazing. And dive in and buy Donna's books, and you can really expand your consciousness and your ideas. And at the same time, these techniques are so simple and so intuitive, and they're right there on the body. The body is giving you the map on how to optimize its use. And so that's what I like to share with my students, is how to read that map and how to get the best and most dynamic and vital use from your body, mind, and spirit, so that you can have a beautiful and easeful journey through this life.
Oh, thank you so much, Lauren. And as Donna has said, and you just said in kind of another way, that energy medicine is the oldest, safest, most affordable medicine that we have, and it's available 24/7, as well as your energy medicine yoga. So we'll see you here June 13th and 14th, and I'm going to put the link and all the information on how you can register right below this video. So thank you very, very much, Lauren.
Thank you so much, and I look forward to seeing you soon in Princeton. I'm really excited.
Great. We'll be there, and organizer Sherry Nicholas is doing a great job. So we'll see you all then. Thanks, everybody.
Bye-bye.